Hi, and welcome on to the All Guns Blazing podcast with my man DT. Wow. It's been a hard day. Wow, what a day it's been. Woke up this morning to hear the news that Unai Emery has been sacked. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable news, and that is what the podcast is going to be about today.
There's a surprise.
Unai Emery being sacked, and of course, who comes in next. Just before we get into all of that, the guys from 888 Sports have given us another conundrum.
888.
888 Sports, sorry guys. Listen to this one, DT.
So lads, what I really want your thoughts on, would you rather win the Premier League or the European Cup?
It has to be Premier League, mate.
Yeah, I'm with you. It
has to be. There's no
It's an
feeling
everyday
like it.
competition,
Exactly.
which means so much, doesn't it?
There's no luck of the draw. Everyone has to play each other twice. That's it, innit? There's loads of different factors that come into winning a cup.
What are you hoping to see first?
Obviously, you want to talk about trophies, and now I'm sat here thinking, I'll take me an Intertoto Cup, fam, right now. It's all mad. But nah, jokes aside, with the Champions League, you can get an easy route. I've seen teams play no one and get to the final.
Right now, I don't think we're in a position to discuss either of those subjects.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Last night when I was at the game, right, when the that Europa League music was playing, I said to the guy next to me, I hate that tune, man.
They stand in the middle with the thing and flap it like it's the Champions League.
I want to hear the champions. You know what I mean? That's what I want to hear, man. I want to hear that again. When are we going to hear that again?
That's getting put into a meme.
Oh, my God, man. It's, you know, what a rubbish
I'm
competition.
going to answer this question very, very quickly. And again, I'm not disagreeing with a certain someone on there because it's a certain someone. It's because it's the only trophy I've not seen us win. I would give one of our Premier League, up for a Champions League.
I'm actually going to agree with you because we've never won it.
Yeah.
And we got to the final and we lost it. Champions League for me as well.
I would give up the invincible season for it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because you still win the league.
No, but that invincible thing.
I know, but Robbie, we've
no,
never
no.
won the Champions League. If
but lots of
turned
teams
around
can
to
win
you,
the Champions
if
League, but they can't go
lots
invincible.
Lots of teams except us.
No, I wouldn't give.
If somebody turned around, if we got in the Champions League next year and someone gave you the magic wish and whatever, and they said you can have one defeat on your invincible season, just one defeat, but you still won it for the Champions League.
No, I keep the invincible.
Liar.
I love that invincible record,
Liar.
man. But we need
Should
the
we put it
Champions
to a
League.
poll?
We'll put it to a poll, but I need the Champions League. We got to have the Champions
I
League.
want that big ears. I want them
the
to
big ears
lift
as
it,
well.
and I want to cry, and I would swap that for one defeat in the invincible season. I would, because you still win the league. You still win it. You still win the league, bro.
But anyway, Premier League or Champions League.
We ain't winning anytime soon.
888 Sport. The link is in the description. And let them know that we told you to come over and comment on that. But for me, it's champion. I agree. I don't often agree with this guy, but I agree with him on that. I would rather at this moment in time win the Champions League. I'd rather at this moment in time win a game.
Do you know what? A few hours ago, I would have actually said at this moment in time, I'd rather a new manager.
Well, he's gone. Unai Emery sacked by Arsenal.
Yeah.
Removed from his post, and it's no shock that he's gone. Let me see if I can get the statement up. The Arsenal.
Can I just say as well, while you're looking for that, one thing that I do want to point out, and I think I speak for a lot of Arsenal fans when they say this, is that we wish Unai Emery good luck wherever his next venture is and wherever he goes.
Because he wasn't a hated figure at Arsenal, was he?
Look, he came into the club. There was a period for the first few months where he energised the club, and we all felt good again, and it's since. But we don't have any ill feeling, and I don't anyway. And I wish him all the best with whatever he decides to do next and wherever he goes. No, well, actually, Robbie, I did turn around and say to you, didn't I? I said that I don't wish Wenger any. He just outstayed his welcome. Okay. He should never have been there for that long. And I've said that, I wish Wenger all the best in whatever he does. And the same with Unai Emery. I wish him all the best with whatever his next venture is. And
well, let me read the statement out that Arsenal issued on their website on Friday. It says, "We announced today that the decision has been taken to part company with our head coach, Unai Emery, and his coaching team. Speaking on behalf of the Arsenal board and our owners, Kroenke Sports and Entertainment, Josh Kroenke said, "Our most sincere thanks go to Unai and his colleagues who are unrelenting in their efforts to get the club back to competing at the level we all expect and demand. We wish Unai and his team nothing but future success. The decision has been taken due to the results and performances not being at the level required. We have asked Freddie Ljungberg to take responsibility for the first team as interim head coach. We have full confidence in Freddie to take us forward. The search for a new head coach is underway, and we will make a further announcement when that process is complete." Where did it all go wrong? You said he's a nice guy. You said everything. Where did it all go wrong for Unai Emery?
For me, we touched on this subject earlier with various things we've been talking about, and I said I think it was from the Crystal Palace game
Last season
at home. We were going into it good form, looking like we could get the top 3, let alone top 4, playing well in the Europa League. You remember, I can't remember if it was after we'd been to Napoli. I think it was, but
beat
you know,
Napoli home and away.
We was going to Napoli and beat Valencia, and for some strange reason, he decided to completely change the side and rest players for whatever reason.
I remember he brought in El Neni, he brought in Jenkinson, he brought in Mustafi back in.
And we were all sitting there just baffled.
Yeah, because we all knew Crystal Palace, very good team away from home, great on the counter-attack, and we're like, why are you putting Jenkinson, who had limited amount of games, up against Wilfried Zaha?
Yeah, and then obviously Mustafi made the mistake. I think that was the first point where a lot of Arsenal fans were sitting there scratching their head saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have just made some kind of decision that nobody can, just understand. Nobody understood it.
Then he followed it up with the game against Brighton, where again, just needed to win that game, a game that we always win at home. And we drew that game.
Silly penalty we gave away.
Yeah. And then basically, you remember that running, it was easy. I think one of the only difficult games in there, I think it was Everton away.
Spurs away.
We got hammered in that. Spurs away, that was one of the better performances, but we missed that.
Leicester away.
Last minute penalty. Leicester away, we got smashed. And we ended up finishing. Wolves away, we got smashed. Ended up finishing outside the top 4.
Yeah, and then the Europa League final just compounded the end of the season.
And again, humiliation in a final. Yeah. Humiliated 4-1. Then we start the season off poor again.
And do you know what? We've had this conversation about a few little things going forward, and obviously you was out in America for pre-season. I was out there when we went to France and Barcelona and stuff like that. And I know it's pre-season, and I know you're not playing against Real Madrid's first team or Barcelona's first team or Bayern Munich, all those sides that we played. But what I noticed was a style of football in those games. We looked like
attacking,
very attack-minded, very adventurous,
pressing.
It was like, I looked and thought, okay, all right, Unai's had his first season out of the way, we go again. And then to add to all of that was a brilliant transfer window. So all of that combined, it made us all sit there and go,
Ceballos, David Luiz.
Yeah, we're all sitting there going, right, we're going to have this brand of football, we're going to attack, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then we went into the first game against Newcastle, and it wasn't a great performance, and we just got away there with that 1-0.
Tricky place to go to.
We looked at it and said, you know what, it's the first game of the season.
Tricky away win, something that we...
It's something, you know what, fine, we'll move on. And then we went to Burnley, second game. Yeah. And I remember that game, and I was like, oh, we were lucky to get away with a win 2-1. There. And I thought to myself, hold on, all right, well, still early in the season, let's move on from there.
Liverpool after that.
And you look at that and you say, all right, if we lose, let's show a little something different. Not a capitulation like we normally do. Show something that makes us say, all right, it's a defeat, but I can see something. First half, we should have been winning at Anfield. End of. Don't care what anyone says. Pepe should have scored. Yeah. Aubameyang should have scored when he lobbed it over the defender and the keeper, and it just went wide. And I would say the reason why we probably didn't get hammered at 3-0 is because Liverpool took their foot off the gas more than the fact that we were,
Then Tottenham. losing 2-0 at half-time.
Yeah.
Right, again.
Game of two halves.
And so something that we were going to start seeing a lot.
Yeah.
Right, in this game, a slow start, 2-0 down, could have been worse.
Yeah.
Then in the second half, relying on the brilliance of, you know, the usual two, Aubameyang, Lacazette gets back in the game.
But the way we played in that second half,
brilliant.
Front
Could have won
foot,
it in the end. Yeah,
it was superb, and we
Yeah.
had a goal disallowed to win the game.
yeah. Then the Watford game. I think this is where it really starts going
This
wrong.
is when fans really started turning.
Really starts going wrong.
started turning.
Watford 2-0 up and cruising. Then in the
fell
second
apart.
half, complete capitulation.
Unreal.
2-2 in the end. Watford should really have won that
Yeah,
game.
they should have.
Got the goal. Was it 30 odd shots they had against us?
Yeah. That's another continual.
Yeah.
How many shots against us?
Teams coming to the Emirates and dominating us, which was the next game. Aston Villa. We won it 3-2, but again,
1-0 down, 2-1 down.
1-0 down, 2-1 down, against the brilliance of, I think it was Aubameyang again.
Down to 10
wins
men.
us the game.
But again, that second half.
Yeah,
On the
second
front
half,
foot.
on the front foot, had no choice. Won that one. I'm going through league games, by the way. I'm not even touching on the other games, right? Then Man United away. Man United, a team at that time on their knees. Everybody saying, right, let's go for it, man. Let's go for the jugular. Another very lackluster performance. 1-0 down. Brilliance of Aubameyang again. You know what I mean? It's the same old pattern. Gets us a draw in that game. Then the next game at home. This was actually going to be the last game we would win in the league.
And what date was that?
That was on the 6th of October. Bournemouth at home. Again, another very unconvincing
We are
performance.
nearly in December.
Yeah, 1-0. We kept a clean sheet in that game.
Yeah, but if you remember,
Clean sheet, bruv.
you watched my interview after that game. I turned around and said that the only positive is 3 points because that was dreadful. Bournemouth came to the Emirates and dominated that game in possession, passing, you name it.
What we see all season. The next game, Sheffield United away. Absolute shambles again. Lost that 1-0. Could have been more. They were all over us again.
Yeah.
Sheffield United deserved to win that game. Nobody can say otherwise.
Yeah.
Then Crystal Palace at home. All right, it was a bit unfortunate not to win the game because we all know now that VAR got that decision wrong and Socrates' goal should have stood. VAR have admitted that. However, again, winning 2-0.
Yeah. Letting 2 goals
Capitulation
back.
and the amount of penalties we've given away this season.
It's
now,
ridiculous.
Defending again, poor.
The whole day was just awful because I lost my hat that day as well. So I just want to forget about that day.
2-2. I'm going to touch on one game that wasn't a league game actually, and that was a Liverpool again in the league.
5-5.
5-5. 5-5.
Imagine going to Anfield scoring 5 and not winning.
You know.
Only Arsenal.
And then followed that up again. Next home game, Wolves at home. 1-1, completely dominated by Wolves. Wolves deserved to win. We scraped out of it again. And then after that, Leicester, 2-0, again, all over us. They could have won by more. Again, and a lot of people at that stage going into the international break saying,
that's it.
He's got to go. He's got to be sacked.
Done.
Right? But he didn't get sacked. They gave him another chance. He got the dreaded vote of confidence.
Do you remember our podcast during the international break and you turned around and I remember you said to me, look at our next 3 games. Before we get towards December and we play Man City and Chelsea and Man United and all of that, you were like, we've got Southampton at home and then
Frankfurt.
we've got Frankfurt and we
then
should
Brighton.
be qualified at ease in the Europa and then we've got Norwich and...
Well,
The only reason why I'm going into the Norwich game now with a bit of confidence is because he's not here.
yeah, Southampton 2, Arsenal 2. We all know we should have lost that game.
We should have
They
got
had so many chances.
battered.
They must be kicking themselves even now. And then followed it up with the final one in the Europa League, losing to Frankfurt. And let's have it right. Before that as well, we went away to Vitoria, who at that time had not even got a point in the group.
Yeah.
Right? And we drew 1-1 with them. We only had 1 shot on target in that game. That was the goal that went in. Right? Before that other Europa League game, Vitoria, when they played us at our place, only because of Nicolas Pepe getting us out of jail. The performances, not one good performance. I think the only convincing performance of the whole season was that 5-0 win over Nottingham Forest in the League Cup when, you know, And you can't count that.
No.
It's been dreadful.
It has been.
It's been appalling. It's been dreadful away from home. It's been dreadful at home.
Yeah.
It was relegation form.
Yeah, it was.
He had to go.
Do you know the irony?
He had to go.
The irony is that his last ever game is against Frankfurt. Did you see the sponsors on Frankfurt shirts?
Was it indeed?
No, it was a job seekers company. I'm not even joking.
Tells you all you need to know.
It's a job website to try to find work. So it's just kind of like,
So it
had to happen.
It had to happen. It was inevitable that it had to happen. Fans have been calling for him to go for quite a while. And let me just say this as well. Fans getting criticised on AFTV. And remember, that's just one part of it, is the results and performances. Another part of it has been some strange decisions that Unai Emery made. The Ozil thing. All right, I understood it at first. Ozil, to get him playing to his maximum, take him out of the team, show him that, you don't just walk into the team week in, week out like what you was doing under Arsene Wenger. But then he just completely removed him from the squad. We'd be playing games and he's not even on the bench. Then he brought him back in. That was weird.
No,
the Granit Xhaka captaincy thing.
It wasn't weird.
The Granit Xhaka captaincy thing, where he said players chose him, which we're like, you're the manager, you should be choosing the captain. And then what happened with Xhaka and Xhaka losing it.
And then apparently it was a vote to the players as to whether he kept it or something. It was a mess. You say
the lack of communication from him, both with his players and with the press.
What you were just saying there about weird with Ozil coming back, I don't think it was weird. I think Unai Emery got to a point where he thought to himself, I need to try and get the fans back on side. I'll bring him back. I think he was forced into it. And what did I say 2 weeks ago? Mesut Ozil will outlast Unai Emery.
Yeah, and he did.
And he did.
And the other thing is, as I was about to say, a lot of fans along the way picking up a lot of stick. I remember Claude getting absolutely hammered.
Yeah, fair play to Claude, man.
Yeah, because Claude said this guy's not of the level we need to he's not one of those top managers, what we need to take us to that next level. Yeah. And he was right.
No, he was
fans coming
right.
on AFTV
100%.
and having a go at him and being criticised left, right and centre. I mean, you saw the little beef I was even having with Ray Parlour.
Oh, no.
He was trying to say to me, don't get me wrong, Ray Parlour is and will always be an Arsenal legend and an Arsenal great.
Of course.
But I was having a little battle with him on the radio because he's trying to say that, we're pleased when the team's failing. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, that really annoyed me. And the thing that annoys me about that is that, first and foremost, like you said, Ray Parlour will always be a legend of Arsenal Football Club.
Always.
He was part of some of the biggest achievements we've ever had at this club. He was part of that. So you've given that respect first and foremost. But his comments are just so wide of the mark. They're bang out of order, to be quite honest with you. Because if there's one organisation, shall we say, that love Arsenal losing, it's the radio station that he works for. They're the ones that have got the agenda. Certain person on that radio station was talking about Dennis Bergkamp less than a month ago and saying that he wasn't even a great player. And he got ripped on social media by Cesc Fabregas and Martin Keown amongst others, who were saying this man does not have a clue about football if you did not rate Dennis Bergkamp. Places like that are happy when Arsenal lose because they've got something to talk about and they don't have an affiliation to Arsenal. These presenters and whatnot.
Well, you know what?
Not Ray does, but I'm saying these other presenters, they don't have an affiliation.
But you know what? Ray was having a go at us for having a go at the manager, which he then went on to then say he should go, right? And I'm not going to be... Listen, I don't want to be horrible to Ray. I like Ray Parlour and I think he's a legend and I love him on the radio as well. He's very funny, right? However, I was there. You was at the game. Troops, everybody, every fan that spoke on Arsenal Fan TV was at the game. Yeah? And saw that. And let's have it right. There weren't many people there.
Yeah.
Because the ground, I think, was less than a quarter full.
Yeah, easily.
Less than a quarter full, right? It was a horrible night. It was pouring down with rain. We were there. I heard Ray say on the radio he was at a Christmas party. He wasn't even at the game. So, I'm sorry, we have a right to have our say, and I've said it a million times on air, Fans have a right to have their say.
I know.
And you're not going to agree with every fan.
No, you're not.
How many times have me and you agree? Hardly ever.
Hardly ever.
Right? But
Hardly
it's all
ever.
about, as TalkSport always say, football's about opinions.
Of course it is.
And what makes it interesting is that two people can see the same game and they can have varying opinions. But the one thing I would say is towards the end of it, with Unai Emery, I'd say literally every fan, probably apart from Ty, right, had the same opinion. There was time for Unai Emery to go.
100%.
Listen,
100%.
He should have went for
in the
me
international break.
after the Leicester game.
Yeah.
I think he should have went.
100%.
I think he should have went then.
in relation to Ty, fair play for always trying to see the positive side of things. I've got no problem with that. But maybe you should listen to Claude a little bit more instead of shouting over him, and then you might not be so delusional and get it wrong. But what I will say is that, you know, I've noticed lately fan channels have been getting bashed from all angles, especially within the media. And it's not just AFTV. And one of the reasons for that is because they're not the only voice anymore. And it's like we're stepping on their toes and they don't like it.
I saw the other day with United Stand.
There's another prime
Flex-
example.
Flex, who, fair play to him, right? He made his way all the way over to Kazakhstan for a dead game. So dead that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer played pure kids in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah? And Flex still went, paid his own money, went to Kazakhstan.
Via Russia.
Was in a press conference there. He's lucky enough to get, we don't even get invited to them things, but they got into a press conference and he asked Solskjaer a question and he used the term we. Ollie, what do you think we, and some little pompous journalist next to him put on his Twitter, oh, I've been doing journalism for all these years and I've never heard anyone say we, as if to like ridicule him and make him look. And I like the way Flex responded to say, well, I said we because I'm a Man United fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what it's all about, what we do. It's about fans having their say. And I know they'll try and use this thing sometimes, well, not all fans like what you lot do. We're not saying we represent every fan.
No.
We give fans a chance to have their say. Some might want to have their say on AFTV. Some might want to have their say on Arsblog. Someone might want to have their say on their own Twitter account, on their own Facebook account,
in the pub,
on their own YouTube channel, in the pub. It's up to them. And we are just one of the platforms. We don't claim to represent every Arsenal fan.
No. Only one person represents himself, and that's me. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But
we're just like one of many forums,
of course you are,
where a person can have their say on the team, right? And for people to be having a go,
I'll punch you in a minute.
People to be having a go at these fans who were, and those fans have been proven right when they were talking about Emery.
Can I speak now?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. But no, what I was trying to say, right, is that you're saying about all these, you know, different channels and things that people can go and have their opinion on. We was outside the Emirates today, talking on Sky and other various news channels and whatnot. They were asking other people as well, other Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the news? Are you happy? These people went on all these, you know, channels and whatnot to express their opinion on the news. What's the problem with it? What? There's no problem. You know, sometimes.
Well, the problem is that, you know, there's a big problem of jealousy there, is one of them. There's another problem there that people, like you said, you know, we're stepping on their toes a bit, but, you know, the world is moving on. And social media is a big part of it. And for the first time, fans are allowed to have their say. And I always say it, long may that continue. And we're going to have our say right now.
Exactly.
Who replaces Unai Emery? He's gone now. He's gone through the door. And as I said, you know, it's a bit of a shame. And I agree with what you said earlier. We don't wish him anything bad because he wasn't a horrible person. He wasn't I think the fans would have liked to have seen him succeed, but it just ain't worked out.
No, it hasn't.
It's one of those things.
It is one of those things,
right?
And you move on.
And we're not going to be that club that has a manager for 22 years. No, that ain't going to happen again.
No, it's never going to happen. So
Freddie's been given it, interim manager. I'm happy about that because I think that gives us a little bit of a chance against Norwich. Might refresh things, get a little bit of a bounce. But beyond that, who gets it? Now, let me suggest a few candidates that have been banding around. Pochettino, I know that you like, right? Nuno Espirito Santo of Wolves. Maximo Allegri, previously of Juventus. Mikel Arteta, assistant manager at Manchester City. Patrick Vieira has been mentioned from Nice now. He's managing at Nice. Ancelotti, who's currently at Napoli. He's not going great for him. Suggestions that he could be gone.
Yep.
Rafa Benitez. You're laughing, but you heard Claude. Claude's a big fan. Quite a couple of people suggesting Rafa Benitez. I think Kenny Ken as well, saying Rafa Benitez said he can come in and steady the ship. Currently over in China. Should be able to tempt him back if possible. Who would you go for?
Myself. We'd have to you'd have to pay a big compensation fee to DTFC though, man. Do you know what I mean? The way I'm managing at the moment, them boys don't want me out. But listen, you know what? There's pros and cons with everyone, isn't there?
Number one for you. If you could have anyone out of all of them, who would it be?
If you are going to make the decision now, like someone before the end of this season, then I feel that you're going to go for someone that's probably not in a job, because there's less hassle, less compensation.
That drops it down to two.
Yep.
Pochettino and Allegri.
And I'd have Pochettino.
Over Allegri?
I just feel that Allegri's boat has sailed with Arsenal because he went for the job before. Don't get me wrong, if he comes in, I'll be buzzing.
He went for the job before and what?
And the board didn't like what they saw. So I can't see him going back, which is why I'm ruling it out.
Do you remember some of the people involved there? Not even
maybe,
here no
yes,
more.
maybe. This is what I said.
Like
listen, don't get me wrong. If we get him,
he's a top manager.
I know
he won?
is. You're trying
How many Serie A's has he won?
Listen,
5?
But you're trying to say this to me like I'm...
Coppa Italias.
I'm going by what
2 Champions League finals.
Shut up, man. I'm going by what I feel the board are thinking. And I just...
So what?
Listen, shut up, man. It's my opinion.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you who you want.
Well, then, don't...
Well, what are you telling me about the board? You on the board?
What? Might as well be. But I'm saying I would have Pochettino if it's a ready man. If do you know who I really want? Who I want? I want, if we got through to the end of the season, guaranteed Champions League, and then we can look at someone in the summer, then I would go for Ten Hag, the Ajax manager.
Oh, the guy lost to Pochettino in the
shut up, man.
He did.
Everyone loses a game from time to time. It don't mean you're crap.
That was a humiliating defeat, man.
But it doesn't mean... man.
They were...
It wasn't humiliating, man.
It was.
No!
It was. Me and you were there watching it. Where was we?
We on about me and you were there. You weren't watching it with me. I was in a villa in Valencia.
Where was you?
And no. Yeah, you was in a villa, actually, and you left me in a hotel.
Yeah, that's right. And
it's
troops.
See,
we was in a bar and we was watching that game.
Yeah, but where were you staying?
Huh?
Where was you staying in Valencia?
We stayed in this villa outside of Valencia.
Where did I stay?
You said you found this.
No, exactly. You see what this guy does? You making yourself up now.
You stayed in the ghetto.
You see what I mean? I stayed in the ghetto, yeah? This guy goes and stays in a villa. He's sending me pictures.
You said you wanted to feel like you was at home.
This guy's sending me pictures, poolside and everything, while I'm sitting in the...
But actually, when we watched that game, we watched it in a bar. And Ten Hag got humiliated, right?
No, he didn't.
Tottenham needed 3 goals in the second half. That was very Arsenal-like.
No, but it wasn't.
Hold on, that was very Arsenal-like. Tottenham needed 3 goals to go through, and they got it.
It wasn't humiliation.
That was humiliation.
Ajax done and even
they fell apart.
Even at 2-2,
they fell apart. I worry about the
defending.
I worry about the defending because they fell apart.
But you talk about that one game. Let's talk about the rest of the games that they played to get there. Yeah, let's talk about who did they beat to get there to that semi-final as well.
They're to Real Madrid. A decline in Real Madrid, but Real Madrid.
Who else did they go to?
Was it Bayern? Did they beat Bayern as well? I can't remember. They beat another big team, but
they were tearing it up. They tore it up.
But they didn't win.
No,
and they got beaten by Pochettino. And this Pochettino thing as well, I think you're basing too much off of the fact that you just want to be able to get on your Twitter account and start winding up Tottenham fans. Look who we got your guy. That's what you want to do.
I'll be honest with you. Can I just say one thing though? If Pochettino does become Arsenal manager, I would like to put on record right now that I didn't mean anything that I said about his mum. Right? Nothing. I didn't mean any of them songs. It was just It was.
You used to slate Pochettino. You used to say he's not good enough.
You used to slate Mourinho, and
don't
you would have
win
took
things.
him.
I never said I'd take Mourinho.
You would have took him, no?
No, I didn't.
You would
I
have
would listen. If Mourinho came, I would have took him. Of course.
So if
I would have took him.
Pochettino,
But he's not who I
if
wanted.
Pochettino makes himself available for the job and says, "I want the Arsenal job," would you say yes or no?
Yes.
Shush.
Yes,
Then.
but he wouldn't be my first choice.
Be quiet then.
You're
Who's your first choice?
No, but you're saying Allegri's my first choice.
Who's your second choice?
Allegri's my first choice.
Who's your second choice?
Second choice, Nuno. What are you going to spit out?
Over Pochettino?
Nuno Espirito Santo, yes.
Over
I
what
don't
basis?
know. What did Pochettino win?
What did Nuno win?
The championship?
You're
He won it. He
dickhead.
did. He
You're
more
a
than
dick.
Pochettino, isn't it?
Go away. Go away.
He won the championship.
Go away.
Listen, there's been top man. Look at Bielsa. He didn't win the championship. He won the championship. He won the championship in style. He went into
You
that.
know why he won the championship? You know why Bielsa won
division
that? Because he spies on everyone.
Ooh, no, that was Bielsa who was.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's so good, because he spies on everyone. He's got the advantage.
But he didn't win the championship.
No, but look,
No, hold on. Listen,
don't
let me
give the
make a little
championship.
case for Nuno. Yeah, Nuno Espirito Santo. He won the championship with Wolves. They went up in star, playing brilliant football. Right?
He's got a great beard.
They come up to the Premier League. Right? Again, playing great football. Right? Exciting football. They got into Europe in his first season. Right? And I'm sorry, I think he's done brilliant. He went to City earlier this season, beat them 2-0 at City. Look when they played us. Last season, right? At home, they should have beaten us.
You're still struggling.
No, last season, did they play us off the park at the Emirates?
A lot of teams played us off the park.
Did they absolutely batter us away from home?
Yeah.
And then what, did they not play us off the park again? You said it earlier.
Yeah,
At the Emirates this season. That's the same Nuno.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is
No,
what
you
has he
give him
done,
you
but what
give
has
him
he
the players
done?
that we've got.
No, but what I'm trying to say is what has he done more than Pochettino?
He won the championship. And I think, yes, more or less done the same. If you think Pochettino...
Brennan, do me a
on.
favour. No, Brennan, do me a favour. Pass me that hand roll. Give me that hand roll. Hand roll of the week. Hand roll of the week. For Robbie.
No.
There you go. You can have that.
What has Pochettino won? He flatters to deceive, and every time he's been given the big task, right? He got to the League Cup final, he blew it. He got to the Champions League final playing against a lacklustre Liverpool, he blew it. Every time he gets into the position where he can do something, I heard Graham Souness say something. He goes, when you see the way the way Pochettino, the form that they had. I mean, look at his away form. He didn't win an away game for a whole year. And that's why Graham Souness was saying, you know what, I'm thinking them getting to the Champions League final was a pure fluke. VAR helping them out and stuff like that. You've got to start looking at it.
So I'm just more intrigued about this. I actually thought this was a real roll.
Leave the hand roll of it, right? Right, so I'm saying to you, I just think.
Well, that's my opinion.
Pochettino's overhyped.
That's my opinion.
In a way.
That's my
opinion. Because he never won nothing.
Well, it's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it.
You know what? Let me say to this thing with Nuno, right? It's the same way, the way of people that dissing Nuno's Espirito Santo at the moment.
Rodgers.
It's the same way when we were mentioning Brendan Rodgers, every Arsenal fan, I think even me included, was like, nah,
you know
not
the
Rodgers.
one difference with Brendan Rodgers
is not the guy.
You know the one difference is that Brendan Rodgers managed a big club, right? And bar a Steven Gerrard slip, he'd have won the league.
Yeah, but nobody ever mentioned that before. And then, like, when people was talking about Brendan Rodgers, Celtic, in Scotland.
And he went to Celtic and he was winning trophies.
Well, I remember saying that. at the time. He went a season unbeaten, but nobody mentioned that.
But Nuno's not done that.
But Nuno's been the championship. Everybody acknowledges that the championship is.
Look at his record. Before
a lot of
Wolves.
people.
Look at his record before.
Listen,
where was he before Wolves?
What's more difficult to come top of, the championship or the Scottish League? The Scottish Premier League. What's harder to win?
Oh, the Championship, because the Scottish
and
League,
Nuno won it easily in style.
Okay, well done.
So if you really check the levels, right, it's similar, right? And then Nuno's come into the Premier League, and in the first season he's got into the Europa League.
So you're telling me Arsenal's levels are employing someone who's won the Championship?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that right now I want to see Arsenal looking at progressive managers, right? Managers that are on the up. And I look at Nuno Espirito Santo and he looks to me one of those managers who are on the up, Whether he come and be a success, that's another matter. That's the gamble you got to take.
How long have you been practicing his name?
If you look at Nagelsmann,
I knew it.
Nagelsmann.
I knew you would mess up
Right,
somewhere.
so lots of people have suggested him, haven't they? Including you. You've been on air and you said last week or the week before you like Nagelsmann from RB Leipzig.
I've said the Leipzig manager.
All right,
I haven't tried him.
Whether his name or you'd love him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
What's he won?
Huh?
What has he won?
But he's an up and coming good
What
progressive
has
manager.
he won? What has he done?
Shows a lot. Look
See,
at
you're just
Leipzig.
going by a name.
No, look at Leipzig. Even defensively, Leipzig had the best defensive record in the Bundesliga last
What
year.
they won? You just asked me.
Well, yeah, but hold on.
You just
but
asked
hold
me,
on.
Nuno,
No,
what's
no,
he
no,
won? What's
but-
he
but
won?
hold on.
What's he won?
But hold on. I'd like
Nagelsmann.
his style more than I like Nuno's. Like, Wolves are still poor defensively. You can sit there and say that they ain't got great players or this, that, the other. But you remember, who's one of Wolves' centre backs?
The defence
Who's
ain't
one
that
of
bad.
Wolves' they conceded 50 odd goals last season.
Their defence
Who's one
is a
of
lot
their-
better than ours.
Who's a lot better than ours.
Yeah. A
So
lot
hold
better
on a
than
minute.
ours.
So
A
their
lot better than
So their
ours.
defence is a lot better than ours, but they can still concede 50 goals.
Their defence is a lot better than ours.
Yes, but hold on a minute.
Well, you
Their
don't
defence-
agree?
Yeah,
You
but
don't
no,
agree with
hold
that?
on. Their defence is better than ours, but yet they're still conceding a ton of goals.
He gets the best out of the players that
How's
he
he
has.
getting the best out of a defence that's still conceding 50 goals?
None of those defenders, right, when Nuno Espirito Santo came up, none of those defenders, none of those players, apart from Yao Martino, are household names, and the goalkeeper. None of them.
Listen.
None of them.
But they're still. But you just said
nobody
they were-
really knew.
You just
Guys
said their
like-
defence is better than ours.
He makes everybody. He's improved them. Jimenez.
But you just
Neves.
said you just said their defence is better than ours, but they still
No, it's better,
conceded
of
that many.
course.
But look how many goals they still conceded.
But they're not. You know what I mean? The level of players they've got, they're a better defence than us.
But
They've
they
got,
still look how
and
many
they've
they
got.
conceded. You're not listening. They've still conceded a back foot. What I'll say about
They went to Man City
Yeah,
this
but
season and kept a clean sheet.
Crystal Palace went to Man City last season and beat them.
No, they went to Man City and kept a clean sheet.
Okay, but we done
They
that
go
under
toe
Wenger.
to toe.
Listen.
When they play Liverpool, when they play any team, they go toe to toe and they give them a game.
But then what happens when they play the lesser teams?
Right, everybody.
They come unstuck and they lose all the time.
I think he's a good manager. You, as I said, you're on about the Leipzig manager. What's he done?
Well, look at Leipzig.
You're saying-
no, because what I'm saying is look at Leipzig.
remember, he only took-
Wait. Look at Leipzig, yeah?
He's only taken over this year, right?
Right,
So
look at
don't
Leipzig.
put
Wait.
none of the past things with him.
Look at Leipzig.
Past achievements of Leipzig with him because he's only taken over this year.
Look at Leipzig.
Yeah.
Defensively, they are sound.
I'm not
there's a
sure how many
structure.
goals they've conceded, but
There's a
you know,
structure.
there's a structure to Nuno as well.
Where?
There's a
Because look
structure
how
to
many
Nuno.
goals they concede.
There's a structure to Nuno.
Oh, you know what?
There's a structure to Nuno, right? And as I said, you know what I mean, you can band these names around like the Leipzig manager, but is he any better than Nuno? We don't know. He was at Hoffenheim, he done well, right? He's gone to Leipzig, he's doing okay at the moment. Yeah, I think they're about third in the Bundesliga. Yeah, but when you look at the level of team that you know, Nuno Espirito Santo, why are people dissing him?
I'm not saying dissing. I'm just saying that I don't think that that's what I want to see.
Yeah, well, listen, you're entitled to your opinion, but it very much reminds me of how people were dissing Brendan Rodgers when Brendan Rodgers would link to Arsenal.
Yeah, I understand
Lots of
that.
people were like, yeah, Rodgers, nah, man, he managed in Scotland, and now look what he's doing. And that's why sometimes you've got to give these managers a chance. Progressive managers, give them a chance, give them better players, and see what they can do.
Right. Wait there. RB Leipzig,
Yeah.
second in the Bundesliga, ahead of Bayern Munich.
Yep. Bayern Munich are going to be having a rough time, remember. They sacked their manager.
Relax yourself,
But yeah.
man. Right.
But how many points are they ahead of them?
Level on points. One behind top.
Oh, okay.
One behind top. Where are we in the league?
Huh? I know, but Leipzig...
Right.
Leipzig,
Wait. Right. Scored. Points 24, but their goal scored 33. So they've scored 33 in 12 games.
How many they conceded?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
13. Bayern Munich have conceded 16. The team that are top, which are Mönchengladbach, have conceded 13. Dortmund have conceded 18. They've got the second best in the Bundesliga.
Dortmund are having a terrible time this season.
Wolfsburg have actually got the best defensive record. They've only conceded 10.
Hey, look at Nuno. He's fifth in the Premier League at the moment. After having quite a bad start, remember, but fifth in the Premier League. Wolves are.
Yeah.
Yeah? Behind Chelsea, Man City, right? Leicester and Liverpool. Yeah? ahead of us
Yeah.
with lesser players. They don't
Right.
have an Aubameyang, Lacazette.
Yeah, wait.
But this
I've got
guy
something
gets
for
the.
you.
But you keep looking, man.
Don't worry, I'm going to. Don't worry. I'm going to.
Keep searching, bro.
No, I'm going to.
And that
Wait.
Bundesliga as well. Remember, there's about 5-6 teams up there. They're all separated by about a point, aren't they?
I couldn't care less. I'm telling you about Leipzig, and I'm saying defensively, they look solid. They look good, and they've only conceded 13 goals this season, like I've just told you. So, wait there.
You keep searching, mate. You keep
fine.
searching. Do you want me to give you some of the
Nah,
rundown?
man. Like they drew 3-3 last night. Wolves did.
They
by
did,
the way.
but they're through.
They're
They're through, aren't they? They're
Hey,
through.
hold
They're
on a minute.
through.
Hold on,
They're
wait,
through to
wait,
the next
wait,
round
wait.
of the Europa League. Are we through yet?
Wait,
Are
right.
we through
Wait,
yet?
wait there. Wait
In a
there.
harder group.
Right. In the Premier League this season, Wolves have conceded 16 goals. We've
Right.
conceded 19.
Right. How many did you say that Leipzig had conceded?
13.
There's not a lot of difference, is it?
Difference between the Bundesliga and the Premier League
No,
and
there's
that as
not.
well.
And the Premier League, as
And-
we know, is much harder.
Wait there.
Much harder.
Wait there. I'm going to go back to it now. Right. Hold on. Here we go. Right. Last season, we conceded 51 goals in the Premier League. Wolves conceded 46.
Less than us.
But it's not great, is it?
They haven't got as good a team as we have.
You just said 5 minutes ago they got a better defence than us.
No, I said he's made them a better defence than us.
Mate. this
No,
guy.
I said we've got better players.
You
We
said-
got guys like Hector.
Brennan, do the rewind on this
Listen,
part.
we've got guys like Bellerin and people like that in defence, right? This guy, he's working with guys like he's made these guys good. Matt Doherty
Who?
and people like that. Yeah, I've forgotten what's the name of the guy. Even his main defender at the moment is out,
man.
injured. Their main defender, I've forgotten his name now.
You're about Cody.
Not Connor Cody. I've forgotten his name now. The black guy. I've forgotten his name. Right, he's out, and he's like their main defender. So I just don't think that people give him the respect that he deserves. I think Nuno Espirito Santo is a good manager, but Allegri would be my first choice. Allegri would be my first choice.
Okay.
Pochettino, you're only saying Pochettino because you want to wind up fans. I'm not here to wind people up. I'm here because I want to see Arsenal win.
I want to see Arsenal win.
I'm
and
not
I
here
think
to
that he
wind
could.
up. I'm not interested. I'll wind up. I'd rather be in the top 4 or winning the league or winning a trophy and then winding up Spurs fans.
Be nice
No,
though, wouldn't
we've got Pochettino. And I don't even know if they'll care anyway.
Yeah, they will.
Because they've got Mourinho now,
be
so I'm
nice.
not even sure if they'll
It'd
care.
be nice. They will. They will care.
You just want to wind up.
It's their most successful manager since Bill Nicholson.
And he win nothing.
No, but he took them places. There was progression. I think if he was backed by the owner and given some money,
You win nothing.
I think if he was backed.
He was getting out. We had a manager who was getting to the top 4 nearly every season. You bringing banners to the ground and get him out.
Don't even try and make a comparison. Don't even try it.
We had a manager
Because, yes,
that
but it was going backwards every
right.
season.
He won a couple of
It
FA
was
Cups.
going backwards.
And in that time,
Robbie, shut up.
in that time, he won a
I'm
couple
not
of FA
answering you.
Cups.
I'm not answering you.
He's
I'm
true,
not
innit?
answering you. You're chatting shit. Seriously, you're chatting shit. We were going backwards every year under Wenger. So don't give me, because we finished 4th, it's acceptable. It was not acceptable because we were going backwards. And some of us could see we were going backwards, except I.
But he won a couple of trophies, even in that time.
But we were still going
What did
backwards. All they
Pochettino
were
win?
doing was
We were
masking over.
we were going backwards.
They were
when we won.
masking over the real problems.
We were going backwards. I agree with you. We needed to change the manager, but he won a couple of trophies. What had Pochettino won?
What's Nuno won?
Championship, I told you.
Oh, go away, Robbie. Stop including the championship.
The championship. It's harder to win the championship than the Scottish
Alright.
Premier League. Would you agree?
I'll tell you something.
Would you agree?
Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you one thing.
Would you agree?
No, I'm going to say one thing. If I win this Blood Brothers Cup, I'm putting it on my CV. Because you clearly accept trophies.
Is
So
it
it's
harder
like-
to win the championship or the Scottish Premier
I've already
League?
answered that.
What did you say?
Rewind it if you want to watch it again.
But anyway, what about Arteta?
It's got great hair.
So you're not a fan of Arteta then? You wouldn't take him. Number 2 at City.
I know,
If he brings that same DNA, we'll be playing brilliant football.
What was it Claude said? Putting out cones for Guardiola doesn't warrant you the top job. You know,
So no, you're not having it.
it's a big job, innit? It's a big gamble, never managed.
Ancelotti?
Got weird eyebrows. does that weird thing with his eyebrow, doesn't he, where he talks and one of them raises. But no, I just think that
quality manager.
He's quality manager, but I think
Look what he's done at Chelsea when he came in.
I think that he's at the latter end of his career. I feel that now there seems to be this more younger, progressive kind of manager that everyone's going for.
Rafa Benitez.
No.
Here's what Kenny Ken said. He'd come in, he'd sort the defence out. Look what he did at Newcastle, right? With a useless team.
No.
They were organised, hard to beat.
Nope. You can sit there all day long and say, no. Nope. My preference is Ten Hag. End of the season.
So
next season.
would you let Freddie keep the job till the end of the season, then bring Ten Hag in?
That's the only way you're going to do it. But it's a gamble. Freddie's legacy as well. Because he is a legend.
What if Freddie comes in, does brilliantly from now till the end of the season, gets us in the top 4? Would you give him it permanently?
It's a mighty gamble, even if he does that. It's an almighty gamble. What I don't want us to do is make the same mistake as Manchester United, which is Freddie comes in, galvanises everyone, we get results, everything looks rosy, and then before the season ends, we go, yeah, give him the job. And then you're kind of in a bad place. You know, Man United kind of acted before they had a bad run. They acted before there was a couple of bad results to see how they would respond. They went on the whole crest of a wave and this Ollie's at the wheel and all this kind of stuff. And in hindsight, if Man United would have waited till the end of the season, given the ending that they had, Solskjaer would never have got the job. But what I will say with Arsenal, we need to act quick, because Man United now will sit there and go, hold on a minute, boys. Arsenal have now got rid of a manager. They're going to be looking. I mean, we don't want them to take that. You know. And not only that,
Everton are looking.
Everton, you know what I mean?
West Ham.
So you're looking at that and you're saying, maybe. Bayern Munich.
They'll be looking.
Still a name out there. So they're looking at it and saying, you know, if Pochettino is Manchester United's preferred destination, you know, is his destination, shall we say, Man United are looking at it and probably going, boy, Bayern Munich might get him. Arsenal might get him. Can we afford to wait? It's not going great at Man United at the moment, is it? Would they be justified in sacking Solskjaer? Yes. When you look at the results and what they're doing, don't think that many fans would shed a tear. Just got to try and protect that legend status.
Football's becoming, it's ruthless now.
It's a ruthless business.
It's no longer the Wenger days of loyalty to managers.
At the end of the day, I was managing AFTV for 4 games and you sacked me. Do you know what I mean? And I'd just like to say that I had a win ratio all the way through till that final game when things happened. And because I don't count that one as on my record, we forget about that game. So before that, I had a 100% win record, just till I say.
Yeah, you sound like Emery, mate. Deluded. Now that he's, you know, let's wrap it up. Now that he's gone, tough game against Norwich.
Tough game.
Norwich, they beat Everton in their last game. They're going to be up for it. They're going to be playing high energy. They're going to have a bit of confidence, but they will be a little bit deflated that Emery's not going to be there.
They would have probably been sitting there all week thinking, right, let them get the Frankfurt game out of the way. They'll probably win that. We may well be the final nail in Emery's coffin, but let's go for the jugular. Let's heap more misery on them. And yeah, that's what.
So you're more confident now?
Yeah, much more confident.
And how do you think Freddie should set the team up?
4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1. Go back to basics and the simple stuff.
So what's your 4-2-3-1?
4-2-3-1. Well, obviously there's going to be a doubt over David Luiz now.
Yeah. But Leno in goal.
Leno in goal. Is Hector fit? That's another doubt. So let's say everyone's fit. Hector, Tierney left, Luiz, Callum Chambers. Socrates has done nothing to show me why I should want him playing. He's just looked slow and ponderous and all that. So that's what I'll go with in the back if all fit. Torreira.
Xhaka?
I'd be tempted, you know. I really would. Genuinely, I don't think he had a bad game against Frankfurt.
You see that little move he done on the touchline?
Oh, mate, on the touchline. That was like, woo! I was like, where did that come from, Granite? Did you go away and practice
But do you
that?
think the fans will forgive him enough to bring him
Do
back?
you know what? I'll tell you the one thing I was
He didn't get a bad response at all yesterday,
I was
did he?
pleased at the reception he got yesterday because regardless...
Yeah, but that was because there's hardly anyone there.
No, but let's put what happened to the side now. It's not worth crying over spilt milk. It's done. It's dusted. It's finished. He's still an Arsenal player, and if it's till January, till May, whenever, get behind him now. Just let him play. I still think the best pivot is Torreira and Xhaka.
All right,
I
so
do
Torreira,
still think that.
So them two, then who else?
Pepe, Ozil, Oba, Laka.
You're going for it.
Go for it. What's Freddie got to lose? We're going to be there singing "We Love You, Freddie," because you got no hair. Used to be red hair, but it's no hair now. And listen, I like bald managers. I mean, Ten Hag's bald, Pep's bald. We might have our own bald genius. Who knows, man? And he's got nothing to lose. And the best thing is that a lot of these youngsters that are breaking through and playing, that
They've
seem
come
to...
through, they've come through the under-23s with him, haven't
You know,
they?
and a lot of us, you've been to under-23 games last season, and a lot of us have seen the way that the under-23s played. And don't
They
get me
played
wrong,
better than the first team.
it's a massive step from the 23s
But the
to the
style in
first
which
team.
they played, the
style.
intensity, the pressing, the speed in which they moved the ball is how the first team should be
Exactly.
playing.
And he was the man who got that working. And this is a man that knows Arsenal. He knows what it's like to win. He's a winner. He come from an era where we played our best football. He's an Arsene Wenger man.
I forgot to mention actually Vieira, because I said it, Vieira. What about him as a manager? I mean, he's doing all right in Nice, isn't he?
He's doing all right. He's doing all right. It was, I suppose, a lot of people were saying maybe Emery come in for 3-4 years and then Vieira would be the one to take over.
But what about him coming in now?
Again, it's still a big gamble, and it's a huge job, man. It's a huge job. Freddie's got it because he's assistant manager. You know, whoever was assistant manager would take over as interim. You know, I just hope that Freddie can, you know, the players look like they respond to him. You see along the sidelines that they look like they get on really well. And who, as a player, would not respect someone that's achieved what he has at the club? Who would not? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, if you're a player, you're looking at Freddie and you're thinking to yourself, like, you know, what do you know about this club? What have you won here? What have you done within your career? And they'll look and say, you know what? This is a guy that come here. He's a legend. Fans sing his name. You know, he's part of some of the most successful period at Arsenal ever. He was an integral part of that. Do you know what I mean? That season when we won the league at Old Trafford, and you remember how many goals he was popping up with, and the goals, the constant. He was massive. And again, he's a player when he signed, everyone's going, huh? Who's that? And I remember his debut against Man United. And he scored the third goal, flicked it over Schmeichel's head, won 3-0. And listen, I just hope he doesn't ruin his legacy. That's the one thing I don't want to. But we got nothing to lose, man. Let's go.
Right. Well, listen. I would love to know from everybody listening to the show today, who would you like as the new manager of Arsenal Football Club? With Arsenal without a full-time manager now. We've got Freddie Ljungberg as the interim manager. Of course, Unai Emery has been sacked. Who would you like? Would you like Allegri? Would you like Nuno Espirito Santo? Pochettino? Maybe you like, you know, somebody left field, you know. Let us know. Let us know. You know what I mean? Benitez, maybe. I know that you're not a big fan of that, but who would you want to see coming in as the next Arsenal manager? Leave it in the comments below. But big news: Unai Emery's been sacked. It's a whole new era now at Arsenal. Let's see what happens. And don't forget, 888 Sports. The link is in the description. Go along there. Champions League or the Premier League, which would you rather win? Right now, I just want to get into that top 4 to be back into that.
I just want to win a game.
I just want to win a game. Let's just beat Norwich.